Hello, I'm grateful to everyone for participating in our one-day trip to the Buddha Memorial Center, Dapong Bay National Scenic Area and the Donggang King Boat Ceremony. First, we will visit the world's biggest Buddhism museum, Fo Guang Buddha Memorial Center. From there, we will continue to Dapong Bay National Scenic Area and visit Dapong Bay Bridge, Dapong Bay Recreational Area, Chifeng Wetland, Kufuliao Park, and Donggang Temple to pay homage to the king. Finally, we will go to the Wa Chao Seafood Market to sample fresh seafood. We wish you have a pleasant vacation today. Fo Guangshan Buddha Memorial Center can be found in the Dashu district of Kaohsiung. Construction began in 2003 and was completed on the 25th of December 2011. In 1998, Fo Guangshan founder Xing Yuan travelled to Bodh Gaya in India, where he held the International Full Ordination Program. This drew the attention of a Tibetan Lama who decided to donate one of the last remaining relics of the Gautama Buddha to Xing Yuan so that a stupa could be built in Taiwan where the public could pay their respects. The Fo Guangshan Buddha Memorial Center faces to the east and covers an area of more than 100 hectares. There are 8 Chinese-style pagodas to the front of the complex, and the Big Buddha sits at the rear. Vulture Peak Mountain is to the south, and there are groves to the north. The complex is built on a central axial line. It includes a welcoming hall, 8 pagodas, the photo terrace, and Bodhi Square. The welcoming hall is built in a traditional Chinese style. When you enter, you will be in awe of its magnificent palatial architecture. You can eat, drink and have fun here. There is a top-class vegetarian restaurant which you must try. Xing Yuan once said that the education we gain from life experience is very important. The Memorial Center continues this philosophy by educating its visitors. It's like a living textbook. The trend of slow living has swept across the globe today. This concept had already been mentioned by the Buddha 2,600 years ago. Xing Yuan hopes when visitors come here they can find peace just as Buddha did all those years ago. Take a moment to enjoy your time here, soak in the atmosphere, the Buddhist teachings and relax. At the souvenir area you can buy a gift. This area also has the vegetarian restaurant. Maybe you can try some dessert. We really recommend you try some of the delicious specialty dishes on offer. There are so many Buddhist souvenirs to choose from. We are sure you can find something you like. Come here and find out how to enjoy living at a slower pace. The Buddha Memorial Center combines Eastern and Western styles. The covered walkways provide visitors protection from the sun and the rain, and they lead to the main hall. The main hall is built in an Indian style with 4 stupas. The stupas of vow, practice, wisdom and compassion. The Great Path to Buddhahood is flanked by 8 Chinese-style pagodas. The first floor of the main hall has 3 Buddhist shrines and an explanation of the history of Buddhism and Fo Guangshan. On the first floor, you can meditate and gain clarity of mind inside the Jade Buddha Shrine. On the second floor, you can visit the museum. The third floor houses the sutra transcription. So come to Fo Guangshan Memorial Center and find your inner peace. The Big Buddha is a huge 50 meters tall. When the clouds come and surround the Buddha, he looks really divine. Come and experience the atmosphere at Fo Guangshan. You will really feel its importance and you'll get the chance to rest your soul. Meditate, find peace, become a kind and caring person. We hope everyone can come and try. Together we can make the world a better place. Dapong Bay is the biggest lagoon on the southwest coast of Taiwan. During the Japanese rule over Taiwan, Dapong Bay was known as Datan. During World War II, the Japanese army used Datan for its seaplanes. In 1949, it was renamed after the nationalist government moved to Taiwan following the Chinese Civil War. Dapong Bay National Scenic Area was founded in 1997 and includes scenic areas of mainland, sea and islands. With 16.7 kilometers of cycle paths, Dapong can be explored at your leisure. You can also choose to use an electric car if you want a less strenuous way to explore this beautiful place. There are comprehensive recreational facilities where you can take part in many land or water-based activities. You can also take some time to sit quietly by the sea and enjoy the beautiful sunset. It's a real pleasure. Taiwan's first international racetrack can also be found here. At Pen Bay International Circuit, you can have a track day experience with either a race car or a motorcycle. If you are looking for excitement, here you can really feel the thrill of high-speed racing. Among the many facilities here, there's also a hotel. It's the perfect place to base yourself for taking part in all the activities available at Dapong Bay. If you didn't get enough excitement already, you can go karting. Go-karting is the foundation of all motorsport. Most early American pilots drove go-karts for fun. Later, karting evolved into a competitive sport. In Europe, more than 70% of racing drivers begin with go-karts. Chifeng Wetland is located to the southeast of Dapong Bay and covers an area of 9.5 hectares. Water from the Limbian drainage ditch and the left bank wetland flow into Chifeng through its northern inlet before flowing into the bay. A detention pond prevents flooding in the wet season, and in the dry season it removes household waste and agricultural chemicals, stopping them from flowing into the bay. You can walk on wooden walkways and bridges taking you over the wetland, or take a water shuttle to enjoy a closer look at the diverse species of birds and plants. At the Qingzhou Coastal Recreational Area, the ocean is blue, the sun is bright and the beaches are clean. Covering an area of 7.6 hectares, it's located on the southwestern side of Dapong Bay, where the lagoon meets the Taiwan Strait. It's a great place to view the sea and listen to the sound of the waves resonating as they come crashing in. You can take a leisurely walk along the scenic trail, taking in sea views, or visit the leisure beach. This is the best place to enjoy the sea air. It's really refreshing. Have fun in the water or on the beach, especially if you and your friends enjoy activities like surfing or hang gliding. Come here and enjoy the beauty of the waves or the excitement of flying. There are plenty of beach activities, why not try driving an all-terrain vehicle? We promise your body will feel the thrill of driving on the sand on one of these powerful machines. The scenic coastal trail is 300 meters long. It offers panoramic views of the Taiwan Strait and Dapong Bay. It's the best place to view the sunset as the sun sinks into the ocean. The Dapong Bayside Park is equipped with sailboats, canoes, yachts and tour boats. There is also a 200-meter long artificial beach. From July to September, Dapong Bay Sailboat Club organises activities combining sport and tourism to promote water recreation and create awareness of the sailboat club in Taiwan. As well as sports such as windsurfing, kayaking and sailing, you can take a sightseeing tour boat around the lagoon and have a banquet on board. Come here and have fun swimming in the calm sea, explore Dapong Bay Lagoon's beauty, take a ride on a tour boat and enjoy the open bridge show at Dapong Bay Bridge. Construction of Dapong Bayside's Wharf's 200-meter long beach was completed in March 2013. The wharf has a 36-boat capacity and has the capability to moor 45 to 50-foot yachts and sailboats. Dapong Bay Lagoon is located in southwestern Taiwan. The Linbian River deposited sediment in a fan shape called an alluvial fan. This formed Dapong Bay. Dapong Bay is 2 to 6 meters deep with an average depth of 3 meters. In the northern part of Dapong Bay you can see mangroves, where the water is high in nutrients and there is stable water levels. Ecological wetlands were formed. There are numerous types of organisms including aquatic plants, waterfowl, fiddler crabs, mudskippers and shellfish. Dapong Bay is also well known for its oysters. Boatmen provide fresh oysters for tourists on board. You can take a tourist boat across Dapong Bay to Dapong Bay Bridge to see the bridge opening show. Dapong Bay Bridge is Taiwan's only bridge of this type. Dapong Bay National Scenic Area is located in Pingtung County. Dapong Bay Bridge crosses the only entrance from the sea into the bay. The total cost to build the bridge was 1.7 billion NT. Construction took 3 years and the bridge was opened on the 27th of March 2011. The bridge design is quite special, adopting a single tower construction. The bridge just takes 2 minutes to open to 75 degrees. The bridge is 195 meters long and the tower is 71 meters tall. The approach road is 579 meters long and 30 meters wide. The bridge is accessible for the majority of traffic, excluding very large vehicles. There are pedestrian walkways and cycle lanes. It's a spectacular feat of engineering, you must come and see it. Next you can take a sailboat, let it follow the wind to Oyster Shell Island. To allow tourists to visit Oyster Shell Island, a floating dock was built. Oyster Shell Island was formed accidentally by local oyster farmers. As the farmers continued dropping oyster shells at the same spot over many years, the Oyster Shell Island was made. This unusual island disappears into the sea at high tide and re-emerges at low tide like a pearl floating in the sea. On the island you can find fishermen selling seafood. Enjoy the freshest shellfish dishes before catching the return boat, and in good spirit you can go home as the sun sets. Next to Linbyen train station you can find Kufuliao Park. Early Japanese railroad workers called this place Kufu. It was originally a workers' shack for tool storage, work dispatch and for railroad workers to rest. This site was originally built in 1940 and was constructed from wood in a Japanese Heiwa style. In 1945, during the Second World War, US bombs razed the site. It was then reconstructed. By 1995, after 5 decades of use and neglect, Kufuliao became unusable. Tiles were broken, beams rotten, and it was a danger to enter. In 2009, Typhoon Morakot, locally known as 88, hit Taiwan and devastated what remained of Kufuliao. After the typhoon, fundraising began to renovate the area, and by November 2011, after several years of hard work, Kufuliao was restored. Local people who helped to rebuild Kufuliao decorated pieces of driftwood caused by the destruction of 88. You can see these displayed in the park. A memorial centre has been established where you can read about the history and culture of Kufuliao. Now Kufuliao is a wonderful place for residents to relax and take part in leisurely activities. The local residents help to raise funds to maintain the park, but also volunteer so the park always remains beautiful. At the park you can find residents selling salted duck eggs, tea, rice dumplings and rice unique to this area. Income from sales are donated to help disadvantaged families. This place is full of warmth and neighbourly love. Donglong Temple is located in Pingdong County, Donggang Town. The name of the king was Wunfu Wongye, so Donglong Temple is called Wongye Temple by the people of Donggang. Legend has it that the first temple was built in Donggang in 1706, or year 45 of the Qing dynasty. It later had to be rebuilt in 1894 because flooding caused damage to the foundations. The Donglong Temple you see today has been rebuilt numerous times. Donglong Temple is a Taiwanese style temple. Even though it has been rebuilt many times, it retains its traditional courtyard style and many ancient relics can be found inside. Regardless of people's age, Donglong Temple is an extremely important religious centre for the community of Donggang. As long as you pay your respects to Wunfu Wongye, he will help you to avoid tragedy and bad luck. The most unusual custom is the change offering, commonly known as the fake change. It is divided into big change and small change. If a person feels they have a lot of bad luck or did some bad things, they can ask for a big change from the king. This involves getting hit with a wooden bat on the rear. Believers will lie on the ground and be hit with the bat. Every hit represents 100 bad events being removed. If a person feels their luck could be improved, they can ask for a small change. This involves a small pennant flag being waved around their head to blow away any bad luck or karma. Whether it's a weekday or weekend, there is always a lot of incense burning in the temple to add to the atmosphere. Donglong Temple's magnificent gate is delicately carved into 3 archways. The main gate is covered in gold leaves, costing more than 80 million NT. It is an extremely spectacular sight. Donglong Temple's Donggang sacrifice to welcome the king is more commonly referred to as the King Boat Ceremony. It only takes place once every 3 years and is a major event for the people of Donggang. The King Boat Temple was constructed in order to house the King Boat. The King Boat Ceremony is an ancient ceremony from the Qing dynasty hundreds of years ago. The King Boat Ceremony, especially the burning of the King Boat, where the ceremony's atmosphere is at its highest, has made this Taiwan's most famous religious and cultural ceremony. The festival has a total of 13 ritual ceremonies, the most important ones being building the boat, requesting the king, passing the fire, the king parade, relocating the boat, presenting the boat to the king, and finally burning the boat. The King Boat Ceremony takes some time, and throughout the religious process the atmosphere is very solemn and respectful. Donggang is a well-known place in southern Taiwan. Its fishing port is the largest producer of bluefin tuna. Tuna, swordfish and shrimp are the main products exported to Japan. Offshore fishing and trawling is used to catch many different types of fish, including tuna, swordfish and shrimp. Different catches are made at different times of the year. May to June is bluefin tuna season. In the market you can find stalls specialising in tuna. The period for catching shrimp is every year from November until May. In around 1970, Donggang's fishermen noticed tourists coming to this area. When the fishermen brought back their fresh catch, the tourists would buy them at a high price. Because the tourists were so generous, the fishermen named them Hua Chao. Hua Chao is a slang name for an Asian visitor who is spending money like a rich overseas compatriot. Hua Chao literally means overseas compatriot. In 1976, as the fishermen became busier and more fishermen capitalised on the growing number of tourists, an official market was formed. It was called Hua Chao Market. Donggang has 3 jewels: cherry shrimp, bluefin tuna and Taiwanese mullet roe. The belly of bluefin tuna, or toro, becomes the superior sashimi. The chutoro refers to the area from the stomach to the tail, which has the freshest tasting meat, is rich in protein, vitamins, DHA, low cholesterol, and delicious meat. The cherry shrimp is a migrating shrimp. It has fine, soft flesh, a distinctly unique flavour, and great texture. Roe are eggs taken from the Taiwanese mullet. They are pickled and dried in the sun, after which they are ready to eat. They are aromatic, gelatinous yet firm, and have a very distinctive flavour. Find the freshest seafood here, straight from the boat to your plate. Buy, cook and eat at the market. This delicious food will make your visit to Donggang unforgettable.